In this video, I want to talk to you about the 4 audiences I start every campaign with when I'm running Facebook ads. The best audience that's always going to work well for you is your warm traffic. Now, that's people who have engaged with your page, engaged with your videos, engaged with your website, and even people on your email list. So those are audiences that you can either upload to Facebook or use the Facebook pixel to create what they call a Facebook custom audience. There's different versions of custom audiences, but the main idea is that every custom audience is a group of people that has engaged with your brand at least once. Now, you can plug them right into a campaign and then show ads to them, and it's usually going to yield in ROI, it's going to yield in better click-through rates, it's going to yield just your best performing ad sets and your targeting audiences all the way around. Usually, most of the time, like I've always seen this perform better than any other audience in the past. The second audience that you want to do is you're getting into like the cold audiences, and this is going to be what they call a lookalike audience. Now, lookalikes, basically, as the name implies, is similar to a audience that has engaged with your brand. So if you have, let's say, an email list of people who has done business with you, who has purchased your products or services, you re-upload that to Facebook, and then Facebook will find a group of people who are most similar to that group of people who have bought from you. And that's going to be your highest value lookalike because that has intent behind it. These are the people who are in the deepest part of your funnel, and hopefully you also have a value on them. So Facebook will also optimize to find the people who has spent the most money with you as opposed to people who spent only, say, like $1 or a low ticket offer with you. It'll actually find people who spend more money rather than less. So aside from these, this lookalike audience, you also want to upload just your entire email list, and that includes everyone who's downloaded a resource, something free, anything like that, that is just has opted in. Usually this is more data points, so that is why it's worth putting this email list in and creating a lookalike based on that. The last audience I want to talk about is an interest-based audience. So an interest is something that you input into Facebook that isn't based off of any other kind of engagement, that is based off of your understanding of your ideal audience. So this is finding people who are interested in a specific sport or use certain tools, go to certain conferences, follow certain gurus or leaders in their industry. You would find people like that and interests that your audience has, and then plug that into Facebook, and then Facebook will try to look for those people who is most engaged with your content. Now, sometimes I've seen this go both ways. This interest-based, since it's really dependent on how well you do research, can be better performing or worse performing than your lookalikes. If your lookalikes have a lot of data behind it, meaning you have a lot of purchasers, you have a lot of people on your email list, then that's going to be very, very accurate, and most of the time will work better than any kind of like research you do with like interest targeting and research-based targeting. But if you have a new brand or you're doing a new campaign or a new offer and you aren't completely sure who is your audience, this can actually work a lot better to find your ideal audience, just because you're giving it the information that you've done, and hopefully you've done some good audience research. Now, if you guys need some help on this, each one of these steps is kind of like its own training by itself. Drop a question in the comments if you want some more training on either how to set up these lookalike audiences, how to place pixels on your website so you can do website visitors, or if you need help doing like audience research to get into interests. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope to hear what sorts of targeting issues or wins you have in the comments. Thanks, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.